slugfest last night between the Angels and the Kansas City Royals. The Halos, of course, came out victorious, and tonight here at the Big A, they're looking for their third consecutive victory with Andrew Heaney on the mound. We welcome you inside our broadcast booth and back to Angels baseball here on Fox Sports West, along with Mark Gubiza. I'm Victor Rojas, and there were a lot of hits on both sides of the ledger between the Angels and the Royals. And as far as the Angels are concerned, the 2-3-4 hitters have done a terrific job. They've got safely in all 4 games, managing a .444 batting average, but no Albert Pujols tonight, Gooby.
Yeah, you got Anderson Simmons in that 2 spot, Mike Trout and Justin Upton in that 3 and 4. But when you look at Trout's number and Justin Upton's number against Kansas City this season, they've been outstanding. For Mike Trout, .471 batting average with 2 home runs, 5 RBI, but also when you think about it, 6-run scorer for Mike Trout. And you talk about using the whole field line drives, is go back up the middle, even fastballs in, fastballs down. He's been very good as far as using the whole field. Then you look at Justin Upton, what he's done now against Kansas City this season. .474 with a home run, 3 RBI. But what I've seen from him the last couple of games, especially yesterday, hitting that home run to right center field, he has stayed back on the baseball real well and drove the ball to right field to right center field, which tells you he is going to be in one of those streaks right now where he can carry the club offensively.
Well, the Angels will face Brad Keller, a rookie right-hander making just his 2nd major league start. We mentioned Andrew Heaney's on the mound for the Angels. His 27th birthday today, to see if the Angels can pick up a W on his B-Day. You like that?
Yes, I love it.
You want a W?
Yes.
We're just about ready for baseball here at the Big A. Sit back, relax. Lineups and first pitch when we return.
And he's ready and blasts. One deep to left.
Salvador Perez, he's getting used to that drop because he's been doing it with regularity.
He'll shoot one out toward deep left center field. Headed toward the rocks. Incoming! Big fly for Mike Trout. By the new 2019 Jeep Cherokee. Embrace every new opportunity with a redesigned exterior and 31 highway MPG. Test drive one today. By Mercury Insurance, we're on a mission to save you money. Log on to mercuryinsurance.com to get a fast free quote and see how much you can save. And by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Beautiful night for baseball here at the Big A. Game 2 of this 3-game set between the Angels and the Kansas City Royals. Halos have played the Royals very well, picked up the victory last night. We've mentioned a ton of hits, a ton of base runners, and a long game, Gooby. Just about 3.5 hours, but you know what? It's worth it when you pick up the W.
Especially when you can come back like that too, when you get that quick lead and then give it away. But some really good swings. I love the fact that they used a big part of the field yesterday against Kansas City throughout the entire game to come back and win that one.
Had to be exact, 3 hours, 35 minutes, 26 hits combined, a 9-6 victory. Cam Bedrosian picked up the win in relief, and Blake Parker notched his 4th save as the Angels now come into play tonight with a 33-28 record. At the start of the day, 5 games back of the Seattle Mariners. Seattle and Houston battling out. The Mariners had the early lead against Dallas Keuchel.
And they continue to lead that one 7-1.
So the umpires and the managers have exchanged the lineup cards. Not sure what we're waiting for here. There's Brad Keller, the youngster. Rule 5 selection from the Kansas City Royals. We'll talk about him once he takes the mound. Let's take a look at Ned Yost at his starting 9 for the Royals at 21-39 on the season, 10 back in 4th place in the American League Central Division. This is the lineup that he will run out there. John Jay will lead things off. He's in center field tonight, DH last night. Merrifield at second base, Moustakas at third. Salvi Perez behind the plate. Jorge Soler is in right field. Hunter Dozier at first. Alcides Escobar at short. Alex Gordon, the left fielder, and Drew Butera, one-time Angel, briefly will bat ninth and serve as the designated hitter. Andrew Heaney making his 10th start of the season. He's 2-4 with a 3.66 ERA.
Yeah, trying to bounce back from a tough start last time out. My go-tos for Andrew Heaney to be successful against this Kansas City lineup here tonight is really, it's got to go back to that controlling the zone with his fastball for Heaney as far as my go-tos, as far as getting that fastball, especially lower part of the strike zone, and then elevate it. He's been very good as far as getting swing and misses on high fastballs throughout this season, and then consistent slider spin. And we're going to talk about that throughout this game, about spin rate with his slider. He's had some good one at times. Last time out, not as much, but that was a real good one against Stanton. That's what you got to see here tonight.
He is looking to bounce back after that tough first inning against the Detroit Tigers. Let's check out the defense for the Angels. Behind Andrew Heaney, it'll be Upton, Young, and Hermosillo in the outfield. Young will play center with Trout serving as the DH. The infield looks like this with Cozart and Simmons on the left side, Kinsler and Valbuena on the right side, and Maldonado behind the plate.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, when you think about the catchers for the Angels this season, it's been very consistent. Martin Maldonado with his 45th start, Rene Rivera with 14, Jose Briseño with 3. When you look at this, 15 steals allowed. That's the fewest in the majors. Look about that pop time and quick release, and then that arm strength has really slowed down and stopped the running game going against the Angels.
John Jay had a nice game for Kansas City last night. He will lead things off. 3-hit game, going 3 for 5. 3 singles, an RBI, and a run scored. First one tonight is in there for a strike. First pitch is brought to you by Carson Toyota. And that hits Jay. So he will take his base. Third time he's been hit this season. So leadoff man reaches. It's the 4th batter that Heaney has hit. And here's Whit Merrifield, the second baseman. 291. 18 doubles, 4 home runs, 22 runs bounded in. His only hit last night was a double into the left field corner. It opened up the 5th inning. Catching that start against Detroit on the 31st. He ended up going 5 innings, gave up 5 runs, all earned, 8 hits, 3 strikeouts, 1 walk. 94 pitches.
Yeah, and he owned up to that after the game, said he didn't help the team win the game. He just, that was a tough first inning. Missed some spots on his pitches.
Lifted on the left side of the infield. Zach Kozart calling for it. One down.
Well, there was a time when Anderson Simmons would catch every one of those pop-ups. Allowing Zach Kozart to catch that pop-up. He's smiling about it. He's thinking, you know what? I usually get every one of those. I'm cool.
One out, one on for Mike Moustakas. Kansas City struck for runs in the first and second innings of last night's game. Tropiano picking up 5 runs in his 5 2/3, getting a no decision in that start. Moustakas rolls it foul. No balls and a strike.
Moustakas, like most every hitter in this lineup for Kansas City, will be swinging at the first pitch. Pretty solid against left-handed pitching this year for Moustakas, 243. Tropiano looking on. He missed some spots himself. Didn't quite have that splitter working last night, which has been very effective for him this season.
No balls, 2 strikes. 275 batting average for Mike. 12 home runs and 40 runs batted in. Remember, he turned down a qualifying offer from the Royals, hit the free agent market, did a pre-signing with Kansas City on a 1-year deal. Late on that one. Count remains at 0-2.
You think about that pitch, though, even though he's laid a little bit too much of the strike zone on that one. You can see what Moustakas is trying to do, especially with 2 strikes. If it's on that outer part of the plate, he's just going to try to punch it to left. Justin Upton playing closer to the left field line than we've seen of late.
Reaching for it, little slow roller. Valbuena will go to second. What a heads-up play with the bare hand.
That's an excellent play. If you field that with the glove, you have no chance. A little bit of a communication issue right initially with that one, with Heaney going for the baseball. Valbuena and Kinsler all conversion. There's probably not going to be a play at first. The only play you're going to have is at second. It was a perfect throw by Valbuena to get the force out. You always got to keep in mind with Salvador Perez at the plate, you don't want to throw him a first pitch strike.
Perez takes downstairs. He homered last night on the very first pitch he saw from Noe Ramirez in the 7th. Multi-hit game for Salvi. 2 for 4. Also picked up a walk. 245 batting average on the year. 10 home runs, 31 runs batted in.
Kansas City slightly better against left-handed pitching. 263 batting average compared to 253 versus right-handed pitching.
Overall as a team, 256. That's 6th best in the American League. Popped him up. Left side. Kozar near the bag. Put it away. Nice top of the first inning for Andrew Heaney. He'll head to the bottom of the first inning with no score here at Angel Stadium. Kinsler leading things off at second. Simmons at short. Trout the DH. Upton's in left field. Valpoint at first. Cozart at third. Maldonado behind the plate. Young is in center. Hermosillo batting ninth and playing right field as they take on the youngster, 22-year-old right-hander, native of Flowery Branch, Georgia. His name is Brad Keller, making his second major league start.
He does have a power fastball, 93, 98, slider, changeup. My go-tos to be successful against Keller this evening. It's sit on those fastball counts because he throws a lot of well over 75% and continue to use the big part of the field. A lot of success last night not trying to pull baseballs, hit it to the middle or the other way.
He's a big hoss, 6'5", 230 is what he is listed as. Diamondbacks 8th round pick in 2013. He was a Rule 5 selection by Cincinnati in December and then traded to Kansas City. This is his 23rd overall game. 22 in the bullpen. First one upstairs for ball one. Kinsler 212, 5 home runs, 12 runs batted in. He had held hitless last night, 0 for 4 with a walk. Two and one. Keller was used out of the bullpen by Kansas City at the start of the season. He's been a starter throughout his minor league career. 26 starts last year at Double-A in the Diamondback system. 10-9. 3-1.
And he throws a lot of four-seam fastballs, but he gets a lot of ground ball outs with his four-seam fastball. As you can see, it's generally going to be that lower part of the strike zone.
Caught the inside part of the plate. 65 career minor league games, 3-3. 2.13 ERA.
It's not a lot of decisions, is it?
Thought that was odd looking myself. Kinsler skying one out to left. Playoff for Gordon. Take a look at the Royals on the defensive side of things. Looks like this with Gordon, Jay, and Soler in the outfield from left to right. The infield as Moustakas and Escobar on the left side of the infield. Merrifield and Dozier on the right side. Salvi, Perez behind the plate.
Although Merrifield has played a number of different positions, including first base, center field, and right field this season, he's settled in with his 42nd start here tonight. He's only committed one error so far at second base, and he's been involved in turning 23 double plays.
Actually, the baseball reference page is off. 40 and 30 in his minor league career.
I was going to say, that's impressive that type of ERA with that many games and have a 3-3 mark.
Did not reload properly.
Yes.
Andrelton Simmons batting in the 2-hole. Pujols out of the lineup. Trout dropping to the 3 spot. Simmons at 330 on the season.
You know, a lot of people have been asking why he isn't hitting in the number 2 spot. Because you think about it, because he drives the ball to all field so well. He's very, very comfortable with 2 strikes. He'll get a lot more fastballs with that man hitting behind him and Mike Trout. But Simba, just 133 batting average against Kansas City this season, though. Overall, 330 hitter.
Watch out. 3 balls and 1 strike. It's the second game that Simmons has batted in the number 2 spot. 1 for 5 in his previous appearance. And a walk to start for Simmons in the number 2 spot tonight.
It's an amazing thing about Manfred Simmons. No matter where you put him in the order, he's going to have a good quality of bat. That's what Mike Socia alluded to before the game, and we talked about it on the pregame show. Andrelton Simmons has hit well number 2, 3. He's been in the 4, number 5, number 6 spot in the lineup. It's been productive in all of them. It's a 24th walk this season for Simmons. 47 last year, which was a career high.
Trout comes in batting 316. Takes a little bit high. Mike, a 3-hit game last night, 3 for 4. 3 singles, 2 RBIs, 3 runs scored. On base percentage at .450. Ground ball left side, diving stop by Moustakas to Merrifield for one, back to first in time. What a round the horn double play started by Moustakas at third base.
I don't know how he even caught that baseball, let alone to get up and make the throw and be able to complete a double play with Trout running down the line. Moustakas, tremendous play, 5-4-3 double play.
Choosing the games you want to attend with the 8-game flex plan. Call 888-796-HALO or go to angels.com for the details.
There's that high fastball. Looks like it almost touched that upper part of the strike zone.
Jorge Soler, 271 batting average for the Royals right fielder. Late on that fastball, 1-1. A little giddy up tonight on the fastball for Andrew.
That's a good breaking ball.
Ahead of the count at a ball and 2 strikes. Soler last night with 1 hit, 1 for 5. It was a 2 RBI double. He'll foul this one back.
They get that fastball in enough, and Soler had a pretty good hack at that 94-mile-an-hour fastball. And sometimes we talk about velocity, but really it comes down to location of that pitch. And that's what happened to Andrew last time out.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
See if he goes in that same pattern, slider down, and then I'll try to run a fastball up.
Cozart cuts in front of Simmons. Goes out number 1.
Didn't quite get that breaking ball down exactly where he wants. Still soft contact on the pitch though for Heaney.
Soler looked like he was trying to ramp up for a fastball out front.
He was almost anticipating that pattern, slider down, fastball up. So the thing is, last time out for Andrew Heaney, and that's why we talk about the importance of his spin with his slider. His spin rate on his slider, 2338 RPMs, and his average during the season, 2388. His good games well over 24. He's thrown one today at 2400. So not quite the bite on his slider last game out that we've seen throughout most of the season for Andrew Heaney.
This is Hunter Dozier, the first baseman. Behind in the count at 0-2. Had some good swings last night. 1 for 4 with a double. Only one starter without a hit last night. That was Alex Gordon.
That's a good miss. If you're going to try to run that fastball up, just a little bit above the strike zone to see if you get a swing.
Two balls, two strikes. Went through the 5-hole of Maldonado. El City's Escobar on deck. No score. We are in the second. Mild temperatures tonight. 68 degrees at first pitch. Called strike 3. Down goes Dozier. That's the first strikeout of the night for Heaney. 1-2 down now.
Great location. That fastball right on the inside corner. Stayed back on well. Good balance. Good follow through and delivery. Talk about the baseball off the fingertips to create that rotation and spin.
Escobar, 236 on the year. Likes to hack early and often. Right on cue.
Yes.
One hit last night, 1 for 4. 2 home runs, 16 runs batted in for the Royals shortstop. Lifted out to where Kinsler is standing. Has to backpedal a couple steps in a 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Heaney. We're headed to the bottom of the second with no score.
Success with Justin Upton coming into play. Talk about the fastest Angels to get to 20 home runs. The amount of games played in Angels history. Reggie Jackson at the 20 home runs in 76 games. Vlad to 79. Wally Joyner 82, and Justin Upton took him 86 games. He's homered in back-to-back games for Upton going the other way.
He'll look at a strike to open up the bottom of the second inning. 244 batting average on the season for Justin. 3 hits last night. 3 for 4 with a walk. 7 doubles, 13 home runs, 38 runs batted in. Looked like he was trying to go the other way with that one as well. 0-2.
Especially when you think of Keller, how many fastballs he'll throw. Right-handed batters a little more successful against him this season. 228 as compared to 189 for left-handed batters versus Keller. There's a slider. Goes at about 22% of the time. Also will throw an occasional changeup.
Miss inside. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
The changeup right there from Keller. So he's thrown some all-speed pitches in this at bat, knowing how well Upton has swung the bat of late. What he's done against Kansas City this season, .474 batting average. Luis Valbuena on deck.
Grounds this one left side. Al City's Escobar far to his right, and Upton will reach on the infield base hit.
That's a pretty good play by Escobar. 2 outstanding defenders at shortstop in this game here tonight. Backhand gets rid of it quickly. The transfer. Unable to keep the foot on the bag. Goes as he stretched out. My Hyundai key for this game tonight against Keller and Kansas City. A little 38 special. Caught up in you. Again, he's going to try to run that fastball up and in, but you got to think in terms of going the other way on a consistent basis with that fastball. He will throw a lot of them. All 5 games for Upton with a base hit, 10 for 20 now.
Valbuena 242 on the season. 9 extra base hits, 20 runs batted in. They've got the shift on. 3 infielders on the right side. Lifted out toward left center field, and it's slicing back toward Alex Gordon. 1 down, Upton back to first.
Keller's allowed 3 stolen bases at 3 attempts against him, although Salvador Perez behind the plate very quick as far as his release times. Throwing out 50% of base stealers.
Jack Kozart at 228. Back at third base tonight. Hitless last night, 0 for 4. Upton with a leadoff infield base hit. He stands at first. First hit of the night.
Long look in for Dino Weeble to Mike Socha. You would think at some point force Zach Kozart to hit the ball on the ground the other way. A lot of room on that right side of the infield. Upton with pretty good speed. He's got 3 stolen bases.
One pitch. That's in there, 1-2.
For a pitcher, especially one that gets a lot of ground ball outs. So the more movement you have for the infielders out of position, the better chance those ground balls can find a hole and be a base hit. See a lot of room right here to be able to hit a ball to that side of the infield to be successful.
Two balls, 2 strikes. It figures to be a bullpen game for Kansas City. Keller, as we mentioned, making second major league start, even though he's been a starter in the minor leagues. He was exclusively out of the pen prior to his May 30th start against Minnesota. Now one went 3 innings, a total of 51 pitches. Down goes Kozart. 2 outs. First strikeout for Keller.
He's running that 4-seam fastball upstairs, and that's the one thing for Kozart. You should see if he tries to lift that baseball and able to do so on a 4-seam fastball, a belt at his belt or higher.
Upton still at first base. Here's Martin Maldonado. Angels catcher hitting 245. 8 doubles, 3 home runs, 19 driven home. He'll cut through that one.
So far, what you talked about, Victor, in the pregame show about pitchers that the Angels have had success with at lower part of the strike zone fastball. He's trying to ride that fastball upstairs. So far, it's been pretty successful.
A precursor to tomorrow night with Ian Kennedy on the mound for Kansas City, because he lives upstairs. No balls and 2 strikes. The Angels did see Keller for 1 inning. Back on the 13th, that was in Kansas City. There's Egan Kennedy.
SoCal native himself. Has struggled this season and really struggled career-wise against the Angels. Is 1-5. They're at 3.86.
Keller did give up a run in that 1 inning against the Angels, and that one just missed. One ball and 2 strikes. Short lead for Upton at first. Check swing. He went around. Jerry Meals rings up Maldonado, and that'll do it for the Angels. Back-to-back strikeouts for Keller to complete here at the Big A. We're still scoreless. Socher to shuffle things around. Marte goes to first. Cozart moves over to shortstop, and Valbuena goes from first over to third base. So once we hear on Andrelton Simmons, we'll let you know Andrelton walked in the first inning, that was put out at second on the 5-4-3 double play.
Yeah, that's the only thing I was thinking about, maybe to slide in second.
The other thing too, Gooby, as you mentioned in the pop-up in the first inning, that he usually is after everything. Maybe there was something that was not quite 100% at the start of the game. They're kind of monitoring it, and he figured, you know what, let's do something precautionary here and move him out.
Yeah, even on the ground ball where Cozart cut in front of him on that one also.
So once we hear, we will certainly pass it along to you as Alex Gordon takes inside, almost gets hit by that pitch.
He wasn't trying to get out of the way either. He was turning into that one. If you're going to get hit with a pitch, that's what you want to get hit by. Curveball.
Gordon comes in batting .261, 4 doubles, 4 home runs, 11 runs batted in. 8th place hitter. Butera to follow, then the leadoff man John Jay. One and two.
Good fastball. When you look at numbers versus his fastball this season for Andrew Heaney, batter's hitting .281, 3 home runs, which is .208 versus his slider and changeup with 1 home run. Looks like he has Gordon set up now to try that slider.
Here's the 1-2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Seattle Ended up defeating Houston tonight in the opener of their series 7-1. Down goes Gord, so Seattle now with a 2-game lead over the Astros.
That was a real good slider for Heaney. That pitch I thought he really had a tough time with in Detroit. This so far of the night, a couple really good ones. Tight spin, swing and miss. Spin rate of 25.38 RPM, sets up a lot from last game for Andrew Heaney. Good sign. Boy, Seattle's won 5 games in a row now. They've had a pretty good start this season on the road. Now 18-10 themselves. Former Angel Drew Butera DHing tonight.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Butera skies one on the first base side. Marte freshly into the game now. He'll squeeze it ever so gently for out number 2. Let's go back and take a look at the double play situation in the first inning. As he heads towards second, didn't look overly comfortable on that double play. So clearly, and you can see how he slid way before the base. It looks like maybe something, like I said, maybe he was feeling something before the game, said, nah, let me go, and then let's just take him out. But
and we know Hamilton is about as tough as anybody on this entire team. Wanted to give it a shot.
John Jay hit by a pitch. His first plate appearance to open the game. Official AB for him. He's having a nice season with Kansas City. Had a nice year last year with the Cubs. Signed a 1-year deal with the Royals. Ball and 2 strikes. Reaching for it. That is a foul ball. Jay, as he swung for that pitch, lost that little thumb guard that some hitters like to use where the bat rests on that. Flying off.
Keep in mind with John Jay, even with 2 strikes, he's still really good hitting the ball the other way. He's at tops as far as opposite field hits in baseball. And he's trying to punch that baseball that way. Don't see that too often where the infielders in a normal spots.
Well, one hopper towards short. Cozart drops it, fires to first, still gets it. A 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Heaney. Continues to do a very nice job tonight. We'll head to the bottom of the 3rd with no score.
Hyundai dealer today. By Carl's Jr. Take your mouth to Memphis, the call of Carl's. And by your Southern California Cadillac dealers.
It's the bottom of the third inning with no score. The Angels will send up 8-9-1. Young, Hermosillo, and Kinsler to face Brad Keller. 2 strikeouts, 1 hit, 1 walk so far for the young righty. Chris Young starting center fielder tonight with Trout DHing. He's hitting 152 on the year. 4 extra base hits, 5 runs batted in. 0 for 2 last night.
Guess for Keller around 70-75 pitches will be his pitch limit tonight. The shift on in the infield against Young. It means generally you're going to try to throw that fastball in, like we talked about, as far as key to the game, as far as catching up to those pitches in, but also throw a slider away. That's the one you try to punch to that right side of the infield if you're Chris Young.
Pulled right to Moustakas. 1 down. That was squared up by Chris Young.
Stock has been pretty active on a couple rockets his way. One by Trout and that one by Young. Ball the hot corner. Right at him.
105 miles per hour off the bat. Hermosillo back at right field, has a 1-ball, 1-strike count, 2 for 11. A couple of doubles to his name in the big leagues.
Tell you what, he's got a pretty good power sinker too on his fastball, and then he'll ride that 4-seam fastball upstairs. Doesn't waste a whole lot of time.
Popped up. Merrifield calling for it.
See, in essence, that's 2 different pitches. You got the fastball down and then the fastball up. You know, we often hear how hitters like to hit the fastball, but if you locate it well, you can get pitches like that and jam hitters. See if they make the adjustment that second time through. Great career numbers for Kinsler, including 23 home runs against Kansas City in 123 games.
He hit a fly ball to left field in his first at bat. 0 for 1. Takes a strike. That's out toward left. Got it off the end of the bat. Gordon moves over. Halos down in order once again. That's 6 straight retired by Keller. 3 complete. Still no score. Merrifield, Moustakis, and Perez. 2, 3, and 4 coming up for Kansas City against Andrew Heaney. 2 strikeouts. Yet to allow a hit a batter. That was John Jay to open up the game. Merrifield popped up to Zach Cozart at third base in the first inning. Just joining us, Anderson Simmons taken out of the game. Cozart moved over to short. Valbuena across the diamond to third base. Marte at first. 1-1.
Change up first pitch followed by a fastball. Merrifield has been very good versus a 94-mile-an-hour fastball or faster. Andrew Heaney's thrown some 94-mile-an-hour fastballs this evening. .378 batting average for Merrifield on fastballs that are 94 and above as far as miles per hour. Couple of change-ups in this at bat. That one he just overthrew.
Fouled off, full count.
Still, if you're watching at home, if you're a young pitcher, to see the swings for hitters, even at the major league level, after a changeup late on a fastball, change in speed so important.
Here's the payoff. Good swing at that fastball as the ball ricochets right back to Martin. Another 3-2. Merrifield pops it up right up the elevator chute. Maldonado to foul territory. 1 down.
Firm throw that Luis Valbuena after he caught that one from Maldonado. Whip around the infield, but that ball was firm. He threw it Valbuena after he caught that high pop-up. Last season, 38 home runs for Mike Moustakis, which is a Royals record beaten in passing Steve Bye-Bye Balboni, who had 36, and that lasted for a long time. From 85 till last season, Moustakis breaking the single season home run mark for Kansas City.
Balboni's been the only bye-bye in nickname history as far as Major League Baseball, right?
I think
it's a great nickname.
Yeah, it is a great one.
Bye-bye.
One of the all-time great guys, too.
Known as Bones as well?
Yes. Bonesy.
Bonesy. Originally a New York Yankee.
Yes.
Farmhand. One ball, 2 strikes.
.50 pitches, 36 strikes. Very impressive so far for Heaney.
Just off the plate.
That's a good slider, though.
No fastball in that same spot. 2-2.
Yeah. And be ready if you're Valbuena over third. I certainly wouldn't try to sneak a fastball in. It almost felt like he threw a changeup there.
What are you saying about that fastball?
Yeah, he was on that one at 93. Now you could try to, even with a 3-2 count, start that slider right there, middle of the plate, and then break it down and away.
Ground ball to second. Kinsler's down in shallow right. 2 down.
4 ground ball outs so far in the game for Heaney.
Salvador Perez popped out to end the first inning. This one out toward left field. This will chase Upton back. Just shy of the track. Turns around, makes the catch. And allowed out for Salvador Perez in a 1-2-3 inning for Andrew Heaney. We head to the bottom of the fourth. Still scoreless.
His performance last night was worthy of a Carl's Cam replay against Danny Duffy. Down and got an all-speed pitch, drives it out to left center field. One of 4 hits for Marte last night. Now hitting in the spot where Anthony Simmons originally was hitting back in the first inning.
Well, he'll bat at that number 2 spot, vacated by Andrelton Simmons. Still unknown as far as the injury. As the Angels update us, we will pass it along to you. Scoreless here in the 4th inning. Marte, Trout, and Upton for the Angels. Brad Keller has retired 6. It's giving up the leadoff infield base hit to Justin Upton. That's the only hit of the game.
And averaging less than 15 pitches per inning so far. On that pitch limit of 70 to 75.
Marte how's that one off the body. The ball's at a strike. Jeffrey hitting .278. 4 doubles, a triple, 3 home runs, 10 runs batted in. Nice 4-hit game for him.
That got Salvador Perez fouled straight back on him. That's a big target behind the plate, and he's been very durable. You know, the thigh.
I love how he protects that right hand, that bare hand, the throwing hand behind the leg.
Yeah.
Too often it starts to creep outward towards the shin guard. That's when it becomes susceptible to foul balls.
Remember, he hurt his knee before the season. Missed some time.
Oh, was moving luggage?
Yeah, carrying luggage when he just got back in town.
That rookies supposed to do that for you?
I remember doing that all the time for the veterans, carrying their luggage. It was a lot of fun.
Marte went around. He'll get rung up here. Yep, one down. I mean, practically, I don't know why he's questioning it. He pretty much swung around. One out, third strikeout for Keller.
Talk about that fastball up and in. Pretty effective for him. Overall, in general, his fastball has been solid. Batting average against his fastball this season, just a .208 batting average. He throws a lot of them. Tells you how good that fastball is.
Trout smashed one to Moustakas in the first inning, but he turned it into a 5-4-3 double play, and that's with Moustakas diving to his left.
Still swinging the bat like he has throughout his career very, very well in the month of June. 8 for 17 so far in this month. Imagine he's going to try to ride a fastball up. See if Trout can get the barrel of the bat on it.
Three and one. Trout's OPS since May the 1st, OPS being slugging percentage plus on base percentage, is 1209 since May the 1st. And that includes that 0 for 21 stretch. This one's rolled toward third base. It's a fair ball. Moustakas laid back on it. Trout would leg it out for a base hit.
That's incredible speed because Trout was late getting out of the batter's box himself. And that baseball had some spin on it, fooled Moustakas. Trout had a tough time initially getting out of the batter's box, and Moustakas got a lot on that throw, but Trout, seen him beat out a couple of baseballs of late on infield hits. So fast going down the line. See this little bit of a stumble initially, and then is able to beat it out for another hit against Kansas City for Trout.
There's Upton. Angels tonight have 2 infield singles. Upton leading off the second. Trout with 1 out here in the 4th.
Great numbers last 11 games versus Kansas City. Including 4 home run, 8 RBI. Take a look at our tools of the trade, brought to you by Ram Trucks. The adjustment Justin Upton has made back on June 1st. See how that body's flying open, the front shoulder lifting up, and then last night staying back, shoulders level through the baseball much better. Hips are in, shoulders level, and driving the ball the other way, pulling off the baseball just a few days ago when he was struggling.
Time called. Keller with the long hold.
Trout with 13 stolen bases this season. The Angels 33 out of 38. See a Trout. We saw that last night, 10-foot lead against Duffy. Same lead. Generally when you think of Trout going, it's going to be 11 or 12-foot lead.
One. Ground ball left side. Moustakas deflects it into shallow left center. Trout will be able to go to third easily. And he'll be stopped there by Dino Ebel. So second hit of the game for Upton. The Angels with runners at the corners.
.11 for 21 against Kansas City now for Upton. And a break too, as Moustakas goes to get to this baseball off his glove, deflects, it goes into the outfield. And Trout reads that well, looks where the outfielders are set up, and easy able to cruise into third base. Those are the times you don't necessarily need to have to pick up your third base coach. You can see that play in front of you and where the outfielders are located, and Trout did so to be able to get the third.
Valbuena slices it foul. Luis a fly ball to left field to second.
Luis has been very good in his last 4 starts, batting average over 400. Big moment right here for Valbuena and the Angels, trying to get that first run of the game.
0-1. Now, when you want the situational hitting here, you gave it your shot. You're 0-2, trying to get that run in one way or the other.
.96-mile-an-hour fastball up and in. I think Luis is going to have to be ready for a fastball away now.
Breaks his bat, loops it out to shallow center field. John Jay coming on, not deep enough to score Trout. Mike's going to stop there. 2 outs. Cozart 0 for 1. He struck out in the second. 3 strikeouts for Keller. 1 walk. 3 hits allowed.
I think depending on the count here, you might see Upton going and trying to draw a throw to second base. Because you're going to see Keller try to ride a fastball upstairs against Cozart.
You had a really smart catcher with a great arm behind the plate, too.
But he likes that arm. He likes to try to throw at base stealers.
Cozart skies went out to right center field. John Jay calling for it. So they're thankful that he is, because he never saw it. Halos waste an opportunity to get on the board. They're still scoreless as we head to the 5th.
Very good fastball working today. Good adjustment. No hits allowed. No walks. 56 pitches in 4 very good innings early on here for Andrew Heaney. The only base runner, a hit by pitch. John Jay.
Kansas City will have Soler, Dozier, and Escobar due up here, 5, 6, and 7. Soler grounded out to third base. That was in the second inning. 0 for 1. This one over to third base again.
Play by Valbuena. A lot on that throw. Long throw across the diamond. Started the game out at first base. Solid play at third base.
Hunter Dozier struck out looking in the second. 2 strikeouts for Heaney. 2 base runners, a hit by pitch by Jay, and the fielder's choice that Moustakas reached on. That was a real nice play by Valbuena at first base, barehanding it, throwing it to Simmons at second. Hit the force out, and that one's off the plate. 2-0. Three balls, no strikes. It's the third 3-ball count that Heaney has had tonight. 3-1. Dozier lines one out to left field, and that'll fall in for a base hit. Upton tries to cut it off, does so, plants, fires it into second. He'll hold Dozier to a long single. Nice job by Justin to get to that ball and cut it off.
Yeah, real solid play. Keep a double play in order. Ball behind in the count. Dozier's ready. Gets a fastball and lines it in left field. He's had some pretty good swings in this series so far. Good play by Upton. Quickly gets it in. Heaney's got 7 double plays turned behind him this season. Good play by Upton. Allows that to possibly happen again. Good change up.
Escobar skying one out to Upton. Two outs. Hey, celebrate Christmas in June with your Angels on Friday, June 22nd, with the Toronto Blue Jays in town. It's a 7:07 start, and receive a Jolly Trout Nutcracker while supplies last. For more information on the Jolly Trout Nutcracker, courtesy of Old Dominion, go to angels.com. 2 words I never thought I'd see together is Jolly and Nutcracker. Here's Alex Gordon. Gordon struck out of the third. Takes upstairs. Goobs, you all right, buddy?
I just keep thinking of Burl Ives and Holly Jolly Christmas. I just wanted to belt that one out, but I figured, nah, maybe I'd better not.
Maybe you should.
No.
Good off-speed pitch. 1 ball with strike. Ground ball to second. Kinsler's got it. Nothing happening for Kansas City. We head to the bottom of the fifth. Still no score.
Timeless moment back on this date. 1973. Rangers picked David Clyde, first overall pick. Since he won his debut 22 days later, ended up with his career with 18 wins. That season they passed on Robin Yount, Dave Winfield, Eddie Murray, all Hall of Famers.
Martin Maldonado leading things off. David Clyde, yes. What a draw he was with that debut.
Good count right now, the driving fastball.
That one off the leg. Maldonado is going to have to walk that one off.
Still remember that T-shirt he has. Everything hurts. We laugh. He seriously goes, yeah, everything.
See, that's what the Trout Nutcracker should have. The shirt on. It says everything hurts.
Yes. Adam Neville going to go check on Martin Maldonado along with Mike Scioscia now. See where he felt that stride. He's trying to drive a fastball. Oh, off the top, right by the shin and the top of the foot.
We're being told that Andrelton Simmons left the game tonight with a sprained right ankle. Of course, they go back and sign on a 2-1 pitch.
That's really automatic as a pitcher. You have to do that.
Well, I don't think that's nice. Maldonado struck out in the second. Keller at 66 pitches now. 3 strikeouts and a walk, 3 hits allowed. Just had their first and only scoring opportunity of the 4th inning with runners at the corners and 1 out. But Albuena and Cozart both hitting fly balls to shallow center. Ground ball down the line, backhanded by Moustakas.
He certainly has been busy.
1 down.
Anytime you have a pitcher with that power sinker like Keller has, along with his 4-seam fastball, he's getting a lot of ground ball action.
Chris Young lined out to Moustakas. That was leading off the 3rd inning. Yeah, for a big guy, very compact mechanics for Keller. Not a lot of moving parts. Drafted out of high school by the Diamondbacks.
He's got a 64% ground ball rate this season.
Wearing Brian McRae's old number 56.
The reason why Brian wore that was because they added up to 11. That was his dad's number, Hal McRae.
B-back. Ground ball to the left side, and with the shift on, still beats it. Merrifield couldn't get there, and it's a 1-out single for Young.
Yeah, Brian McRae, one of my best friends, and good friends with you too, Victor. It was crazy at one point being teammates with Brian, and then Hal McRae was our manager.
Played many tape ball games with Brian McRae as a kid in the family room at Royal Stadium, now known as Kauffman Stadium.
He was fearless out in the outfield going for baseballs.
And charging the opponent's dugouts as well.
Kevin Kennedy still remembers that very well as a manager of Texas.
That's the wrong team, dude.
Yeah, I remember that well.
A lot of big guys on that team.
That didn't work out real well for us in the dugout there.
1 ball, no strikes on Michael Hermosi, who popped out in the 3rd inning. B-Mac got hit, right?
Yeah.
Got hit at Royal Stadium.
Yes. Didn't charge the mound, charged the dugout.
Charged the 3rd base dugout, looking for Kevin Kennedy.
Yeah, I remember getting in that dugout. I didn't realize how big Dean Palmer and Kevin Brown and the rest of them were until you got in the dugout. It wasn't real comfortable.
(2-0). Caught the corner, 2-1.
Bullpen working now for Kansas City's that pitch limit now getting closer and closer. Keller 74.
Ground ball left side, sneaks through for a base hit. Hermosillo picks up his first major league single, his 3rd big league hit. Top of the order coming up in Ian Kinsler. Well, the other day we've had a couple of interesting plays at second base as far as the slide rule is concerned. You want to talk about slide rule? How about this? This is the original slide. Hal McRae going into Willie Randolph.
Is he close to the base on that one? It's Freddie Patek scoring, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely nothing wrong with that slide.
The greatest thing about that, Willie Randolph just tried to get up and continue to play as if it was the norm.
Yeah, because it was the norm. That's why. 77 Royals. That Yost coming out. I wonder if that's going to be it for Keller.
It's really been, he has thrown the ball very well. When you think about it, a lot of ground balls that found some holes against him.
He's going to take him out here. I think so. Because the home plate umpire, Ed Hickox, was going out there to tell Ned, hey, listen, this will be your 2nd visit, because Moustakas had just come in. It looked like he was going to make the move, yeah. And that's what he said, I'm going to pull him out here. So this does not get charged as a mound visit. Nice job by Brad Keller. He'll depart with a couple of men on. Pitching change As we play here at the bottom of the 5th inning, the Royals and the Angels scoreless thus far. News, sprained right ankle for him, and that's why he was taken out of the game. And this is what happened before the game, right after warm-ups, coming down the dugout steps. As he goes to step, you see him roll that right ankle, clearly in a lot of pain, tries to walk it off. Started the game and unable to finish, and that's why he's no longer playing tonight.
And we were talking about that in the first inning, how Cozart was covering a lot of ground on that left side of the infield, which is generally everything hit that way. Hamilton Simmons is going after it.
McCarthy replaces Keller, and he'll face Ian Kinsler. Nice job by Brad Keller, second major league start, 75 pitches, 4 1/3. 3 strikeouts and a walk. He's responsible for Young at second, Hermosillo at first base.
McCarthy's fastball is 90-94. He'll throw a curveball, slider, and a changeup.
This pitch and change brought to you by Purple Bricks. Pitched last night, 23rd appearance. Kinsler shooting one out toward right center field. Long range for Soler, tracking it though. He'll make the catch for out number 2. Tagging heading to third is Chris Young. So Kinsler 0 for 3 now with 3 fly ball outs, and it'll be up to Marte. Marte struck out at his first at bat. That was against Keller in the 4th. First and third for the second consecutive inning. On the move is Hermosillo, throws down for the knee. It's a double steal. Here comes Chris Young. He will score. The Angels have a 1-0 lead as the third out is recorded on the base paths.
Well, we were thinking they might try that last inning. This time it works to perfection. Something they did very well over the last 2 spring trainings as far as the timing of that one. And they get a run. Quick throw and a perfect timing by Chris Young to score the first run of the game. brought to you by SoCal Toyota. Michael Hermosillo goes to this spot and then stops right here, draws the throw, and then at that point, Chris Young's able to get home easily to score the first and only run of the game, but it was all about Hermosillo getting out there quick and then stopping. Give that chance textbook as far as the steal home on that one.
Andrew Heaney has himself a 1-0 lead as we start the 6th inning. Nine, 1-2 for the Royals. Butera, Jay, and Merrifield. Cued off the end of the bat to Cozart. One down.
I love those quick outs. 68 pitches so far for Heaney. .47 strikes to this point.
Yeah, but he's come out here, and I mean, from the get-go, and we said it with the fastball, the life that he had on it. You know, there's carryover starts, right? Good and bad.
Yep.
And I think clearly unhappy with himself for the start that he had at Comerica Park, and wanted to come out here and say, you know what, I'm going to get back on the horse again, and I'm going to get this train back on the track the right way, and that's exactly what he's done tonight.
You know, we've always said he's got a great edge about him. That's why we always joke around saying he's like Doc Holliday from Tombstone. He has that look.
Ground ball over to Cozart again.
And good decision to let that baseball go, knowing where his infielder's set up. Cozart a couple good plays here to start the inning. So often as a pitcher, you know, you just think you could reach, try to get everything, but you look back and see where your middle infielders are set up to be able to let a baseball go. You don't want to deflect it and be off balance even if you do catch it. See the ground ball, then brings that glove right back, knowing Cozart's there to make the play.
With Merrifield has popped out twice, once to third, once to falling out of the catcher. This one down the line, but foul, broke his bat.
And the spin rate much better, 24-13 as far as RPMs. We talked about that. The need to be better with that pitch tonight and the spin on his slider.
Count remains at 0-2. The Angels have Marte, Trout, and Upton coming up at the bottom of the 6th inning. It's a 1-0 Angels lead.
So far in this game for Andrew Heaney, is ahead of the count here, 0-2. He's faced 20 batters, 14 times he's thrown a first pitch strike.
Here comes the 76th pitch of the night. A little bit high, outside.
Trying to change up on that one. He's gotten some outs, some quick outs on his changeup. That one he kind of guided instead of the good follow through.
Inside outs this one over to Kinsler. One hopper. And a shutdown inning for Andrew Heaney. Another 1-2-3 frame. We head to the bottom of the 6th. 1-0 Angels. Another edition of Gooby Tuesdays coming up.
This baseball card. What do you think of these baseball cards?
That's amazing. Who's that?
That's incredible. Did you see Ipe's hair? That is terrible. Terrible. That's good flow.
I feel bad for the people that had to make this. honestly.
Told you I wanted to be like you. See, I got the haircut like you and everything.
Look at this right here. This is going to be worth a ton. Ipe, thanks a lot, man.
Thank you.
Okay. By the way, Victor, I still have that card right here, autographed from Ipe.
He signed it?
Yes.
It looks like one of your signatures.
it does.
Scribble,
I'll
scribble,
tell you what,
scribble.
it was a lot of fun when I was showing him all these different baseball cards that he has. He was like, hey, that's pretty cool.
That is very cool.
Shohei was right there, and he was just laughing at it. He says, hey, that's pretty impressive. And I was talking to the guys, hey, it took us a long time to get baseball cards. Ipe, already.
Nobody
with 3
really
of them.
talked about you in the Ipe hair.
Yeah, that's an
Right
outstanding
there at
look,
the
don't you
bottom.
think?
There you go.
Oh, yeah. Fabulous.
look.
That is a good look, don't you
You
think?
look like the fifth Beatle. Something like that. You're a big fan of the Beatles.
Am I playing the drums or not?
Oh, man. Nobody could play drums for the Beatles, apparently. Marte, Sky went out to right center field. John Jay puts it away for the first down here, the 6th.
Yeah, to see more about this, a little bit longer version of that interview, go to Fox Sports West, the Twitter handle. It's pretty funny.
Oh, but wait, there's more?
Wait, there's more. Trout had a few more interesting things to say about that.
It's for the after the show.
Yeah, after the show. That was pretty fun. I tell you, Ipe was just laughing, and Shohei Ohtani just had a blast with that. I was trying to get him in there during the interview, and he's like, no, I'm waiting to watch Ipe take care of that.
New pitcher for Kansas City is Trevor Oakes. 3rd appearance, Kansas City this year. 1 start. Trout 1 for 2. He had a single in the 4th. Oakes, a Riverside product.
Yeah, fastball is 88-92. We'll throw a cutter, slider, and changeup.
25-year-old was born in Riverside, went to Woodcrest Christian High School, and then Cal Baptist. 7th round pick of the Dodgers in 2014.
Remember him for a while. Real big prospect with the Dodgers.
Part of a 3-team deal with the Dodgers, Royals, and White Sox. Nine starts at AAA. 3-3 mark this year. Count still at 0-2 on Trout. Two balls, 2 strikes. Trout, Sky going out toward left center field. Towering shot, chasing Jay over to his right. And he'll haul it in as he steps onto the tracks.
Surprised how far he was able to hit that baseball, considering how out in front he was. Big indication how strong Trout is. Breaking ball down, working its way towards the dirt. You see Salvador Perez trying to reach for that when Trout, he just sees that and knew he'd just miss it out in front. Still how short that swing is and how strong Trout is.
Upton with a couple of singles. Line to left field, a base hit. 3-hit game for Upton. Back-to-back 3-hit games now.
And we talked about Upton being streaky. He is definitely swinging the bat well now. Down and got that low pitch and lines it into left field. He's got real good balance once again. That hand and wrist healthy again. Well, that's a spot if you're Luis Valbuena, you want to get that pitch again, that lower part of the strike zone, inner half of the plate.
Valbuena goes down swinging. 0 for 3 tonight. That'll do it for the Angels here in the 6th. We're off to the 7th. 1-0 Halos.
California Toyota dealers. By McDonald's. Download and register on the McDonald's app today for great deals. And by City National Bank, a proud sponsor of Angels baseball.
Halos on top 1-0 as we start the 7th. Andrew Heaney has been spectacular through 6 innings, 2 strikeouts, 1 hit. That was the single by Dozier in the 5th inning. 1 hit batter. He's going to get 3, 4, and 5 for Kansas City. Moustakas, Perez, and Soler. The breaking ball first pitch. Moustakas hitless so far, 0 for 2. Fielder's choice in the 1st, a ground out in the 4th.
Continues to attack the strike zone on the first pitch.
Ground ball down the line, and Marte gloves it. Heaney is covering, and he makes the play. 1 down, and look for a second that Jeffrey couldn't get the baseball out of the glove.
And that's a big play, too. If that gets down the line, that's a potential double, at least for Moustakas. Jeffrey Marte with a great play. It's our top-tier play brought to you by Arco. Gets to that glove side little bit of a fumble, but then a perfect flip over to Andrew Heaney. That's why you always go to that base. Anything hit on that right side of the infield. Good play by Marte.
Salvador Perez checked his swing, did not go. Hitless tonight, 0 for 2 with a pop-up and a fly ball to left. Reaching for it, lines it to center. Here comes Chris Young, 2 down.
Good read on that one, placed perfectly by Dino Ebel as far as setting up that outfield defense. See right there, looking at charts, they're going to set up exactly where he wants the outfielders to be positioned.
That's a pretty good pitch, not called a strike. So Laird twice is grounded out to third.
Good life on his fastball still. 82nd pitch, 93-mile-an-hour fastball.
One.
Good changeup. Fastball up, changeup away.
Two on.
Challenge him, another 93-mile-an-hour fastball. Pretty good hack there by Soler. It's one of the situations now for Heaney. He's got a couple options right here. You try that fastball above the strike zone, not the upper part of the strike zone, but above it, or try to get him to swing at a slider down. He tried it, a little bit off the plate though. Very economical in this game. Most pitches in any inning. We did third and fourth. We threw 16. That's a good pitch. I don't know how he took it.
Yeah. He'll draw the walk.
He was almost looking like he was waiting to be rung up.
I think he was thinking about walking back to the dugout. First free pass issued by Heaney.
That was a real good breaking ball. He had that look as if he thought he was beating on it.
Hunter Dozier, 1 for 2, a strikeout and a single. Hey, stay tuned for Angels Live postgame show for the business of sports, brought to you by Auto Nation. Low price, no pressure, guaranteed. Good off-speed pitch. 1-1.
Back-to-back changeup. That one a little bit better.
Wow,
it's that lower part of the strike zone, not called again.
All of a sudden, the strike zone has shrunk a little bit.
That was a good pitch.
Yeah. 2-1. 2 outs here in the 7th inning. 3-1. Escobar on deck. A little movement going on in the Angels pen. Nobody's loosening yet. Dozier skying one to right field. Hermosillo's got to go back on it. Still backpedaling, and he'll make the catch as he steps onto the track. The Royals are done here in the 7th. Stretch time at the Big A. Angels up 1-0.
Going so far with a 1-0 lead, trying to add on 4-0 against the Royals this season. 340 batting average. Also with 8 home runs, looking to add on. Trout and Upton with outstanding numbers this season. Albert Pujols the same. Could be available off the bench tonight. You don't know that for sure.
Cozart pulls it foul. So like got that one off the end of the bat. May have broken the bat. The ball 2 strikes. Zach 0 for 2. A strikeout in the 2nd, a fly ball to center in the 4th. Oaks back out for his 2nd inning of relief. Gave up a hit with 2 outs. Picked up a strikeout in the 6th.
Trout, Ian Kinsler, Justin Upton. Upton with another big game tonight. Back-to-back 3-hit games.
Down the line, Moustakas, nice play to the backhand. Plants, fires across the diamond, gets Cozart for the 1st out.
Talked about that range and that arm strength for Moustakas on display on that play. See, well off the bag, goes back behind the base, plants, and then gets a lot on that throw to get Cozart. He's not able to plant on that one. I don't think he's going to be able to get Cozart out at first, but he's able to do so in a firm throw to get him.
McDonald rolls a foul. Hitless tonight, 0 for 2. Bouncer down the line. Moustakis again. This one pops out of his glove, however. Infield base hit.
He's doing a Brooks Robinson impersonation here tonight at third base. Again, well off the bag, right over the bag, dives, and then when he hits the ground, the baseball pops out of the glove. Otherwise, with his arm, he might have a shot at Martin Maldonado. But a play like that prevents a double.
Chris Young 1 for 2. Chris lined down to Moustakis in the 3rd inning. Sharp single with a run scored the 5th. Back end of a double steal. That's the only run of the game. No runs to hit, 3 left on for the Royals, 1 run, 7 hits, 4 left on for the Angels.
That pitch has not been called all night. That was a strike again.
That was a strike, yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Generally on a 2-2 count against a right-hand batter, it's either a fastball or a cutter. Was that cutter?
Yep, there goes Young, 2 outs. Bring up Hermosillo. Seattle beat Houston earlier tonight, 7-1. So they've got themselves a 2-game advantage over the Astros in the West. Texas over Oakland 7-4. Boston shutting out Detroit 6-0. Yankees beat Toronto 7-2. Hermosillo with a single in the 5th, 1 for 2. The game still being played. Atlanta leading San Diego 8-0 down at Petco. That's in the 6th. Arizona and Madison Bumgarner's return leading 2-1 that game in the 7th in San Francisco. Mad Bum back.
Mad Bum is back.
Really doesn't throw anything inside to right-handers.
A lot of cutters and sliders, completely different than what they saw with Keller with a lot of fastballs earlier. See, not overpowering with his fastball, but he's got a lot of movement on it. Getting back to another 2-2 pitch, he goes with his fastball or cutter in this spot about half the time.
Two back up the middle under the glove. Merrifield though with the shift on is there, flips it to Escobar. He gets Merrifield gets the assist. Nice. We're into the 8th inning. Andrew Heaney's got a 1-0 lead.
time of the game. We show some reliever coming out of the bullpen, but not in this case. Andrew Heaney has been great through 7, only 92 pitches, 63 for strikes. How is he keeping the Royals hitters off balance, Jose Mota?
First of all, he's keeping the ball down. You know, first outing of the season, it was against Kansas City. He allowed those runs because he was up in the zone, some soft contact and jam shots here in the today. Different story. Remember, he said after Detroit, I got punched in the mouth right away. Look at elevation. Look at how he's able to implement, again, something he needed. That slider, the changeup, and of course, a great feel for the fastball up and down in that zone.
And of course, we'll have it all for you, breaking it down. Angels Live postgame brought to you by your SoCal Mazda dealers. Back inside to Victor and Mark.
Thanks a lot, Patio. In the bottom third of the order coming up for Kansas City, Escobar, Gordon, and Butera against Andrew Heaney. There is some action beginning in the Angels bullpen. 1-0. 1 hit allowed, 2 strikeouts, 1 walk, 1 hit batter on his 27th birthday. Andrew Heaney's throwing the ball exceptionally well. Escobar 0 for 2. Cuts through that one.
That's a good spot because you know he's up there hacking first pitch.
One ball, 1 strike.
Nice pitch. Fielding your position on that one. That's what you're trying to do. Makes the hitter have soft contact against you. That's a great changeup off the end of the bat. Tell you what, he's had a good changeup as this game has progressed. Look how much that moved, and he just gets it off the end of the bat.
Alex Gordon 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out.
Good slider, back-to-back sliders. 1 for a strike. The next one off the plate. And if you're Valbuena and Upton, be ready that side of the field.
.98 pitches for Andrew so far. 66 strikes. 1-2. Gordon bounces it foul. Got him with a high fastball. Good pitch. Climb the ladder. 2 outs.
95 on that fastball from Andrew Heaney on his 100th pitch of the game. Talked about have to elevate that fastball. He's got a lot of swing and misses on that high fastball this season. Under control, 4-seam fastball, by him.
He's gone 8 innings once this year. That was against the Astros right here on May 14th. That was the last time he picked up a W. 10 strikeouts that game on 100 pitches. Drew Butera, the DH, 0 for 2. He's popped out and grounded out.
And another first pitch strike. Another 94-mile-an-hour fastball. So 95, 94, 94 for the birthday boy.
Oh, 2 upstairs.
I like where Maldonado was set up. He wanted to make sure he didn't miss out over the plate on that fastball. 95, but he was off the plate, giving the target off that outside corner. Try to get him to chase a changeup.
Two. Swing and a miss. Down goes Buter. 8 solid innings for Andrew Heaney.
Oh, so impressive. 95-mile-an-hour fastball. The fans loving what they saw from Andrew Heaney so far. I still think he goes back out there in the ninth, the way he's released the baseball here at 95 for the punch-out. 2 in this inning. Last 8 outings for Andrew Heaney, 1.97 ERA, and he still has that look. He's in the game.
He wants it.
Oh, yes.
Kessler grounding this one to Escobar. 1 down. The Royals in the 9th inning have the top of their order coming up at Jay, Merrifield, and Moustakas.
Yeah, you look at the Royals with their lineup, they have 2 left-handed batters up in the 9th inning.
Marte bouncing this one, and Moustakas yet again.
Say, just try to avoid him tonight. Going back to my Hyundai key for this game tonight. For the Angels to be successful, caught up in you. This is one of those situations where Mike Trout may be trying to jump on a fastball in upper part of the strike zone and catch it and drive it out. Get a little bit of an insurance run here. Remember, just missed that off-speed pitch, drove it out deep to left center field.
0-2. Trout fouls it. Mike 1 for 3 tonight. Nobody up in the Angels bullpens. At least Heaney will start the inning, it appears.
8 innings tonight, matching that career high for him that he set against the Astros. Trout strikes out swinging, a 1-2-3 eighth for Oaks. We are off to the 9th. Andrew Heaney headed back out. Angels up 1-0.
Baseball on Fox Sports West is brought to you by your Southern California Ford dealers. By Jack in the Box. Try the new Cholula Buttery Jack, part of the Buttery Jack family, only at Jack in the Box. We start the 9th with the Angels up by the score of 1-0. Andrew Heaney back out on the mound and got a nice round of applause from the Angels faithful that he is back out there. MLB At Bat is your #1 Angels app. Customize your experience to catch every moment this season. Get Angels home screen icons and features such as MLB.TV Game of the Day, pitch tracking, in-game highlights, live radio broadcast stats, news, and more. Download MLB At Bat today. John Jay hit by a pitch in the first. He's grounded out to short twice since then. Pulls this one down the line, breaks his bat.
Another first pitch strike for Andrew Heaney. Faced 28 batters, 19 first pitch strikes.
A 1. Pulled to second base. Kinsler. Another soft out.
Another ground ball out for Andrew Heaney.
One away, and Whit Merrifield coming to the plate.
Second baseman, number 15, Whit Merrifield.
So now a new career high for Andrew Heaney as far as innings are concerned. 8 1/3. With each pitch he throws, continues to set a new high as far as pitches thrown in a game. He's at 107, the 108th. Cut on and missed by Merrifield. Getting life on that fastball, 92 miles per hour. Merrifield 0 for 3. 2 pop-ups and a ground out.
Boy, he still has pretty good velocity on his fastball also. 93.
Cued foul, 0-2.
Tell you what, that's a lot of guts to throw a changeup too. You have to have a good feel. That's your third best pitch, but it's been a good one tonight.
One-two pitch.
Off the end of the bat towards right field. Hermosillo is there, 2 down.
Third baseman under Mike Moustakas.
Mike Moustakas will step to the plate. A 1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. On their feet here at the Big A. Now the 0-2 pitch. Fouled back. Big swing by Moustakas. Another 0-2 pitch upstairs.
That's a good spot, though. You want to change the eye level there, especially after a swing like Moustakas had on the break of ball the pitch before.
One-two. Breaks his bat. Little one hopper toward Valbuena. Plants, fires across the diamond. Got him! Light that baby up as the Angels shut out the Kansas City Royals. Complete game. A one-hit shutout for the birthday boy, Andrew Heaney.
The first one-hit shutout since Urban Santana back in 2012. Doc Holliday had the look working,